today. I'll thank a lot of teachers who are there who were really supportive. Moreover, I'll also uh, tell you about the things that my college CMR taught me. See, before starting my journey into the college, basically, I think most of you don't know, but basically, I come from an army background. My father was in army, and it was really a good time being into the army. Recently, he got retired. So, I am from Punjab, so coming from that Punjabi and Hindi background, and directly putting you into the English environment was really a challenging task. Was really a tough task. Starting with a funny instance, once my teacher in my college asked me that how much marks you scored in chemistry. I was so nervous that my answer was that I scored 70 out of 45. My answer is supposed to be 45 out of 70, but my answer was 70 out of 45. So he was like, "पता चल गया तू कहाँ से बैठ जा." So again, it was quite an embarrassing moment, though it was quite a learning task. It was not an easy task to start with the college journey. However, when I jumped into the college, I am fortunate enough that I got the support of Gladys ma'am, I got the support of Sunita ma'am, Nagraju sir, who used to be the HOD of H&S department at that time, but I think now he is heading the way of R&D department. So it was quite a challenging time, setting yourself, making your stand, making your own identity into the college. That too, having a group of around 1,000 or 2,000 was again a challenging task because I think most of the candidates who are here are from the Lexis Club. The privilege that you guys are getting now, or the name and fame that Lexis has established. So it usually required a lot of hard work. It required a lot of patience for us to do that. I still remember that when we joined, this Lexis was the newly raised club. People were not aware about the things. Even in fact, students were not aware about the things that yes, there is a club named as Lexis Club. Somehow we came into existence. We won the competition as well. So in second year, we established ourselves. In third year, again, we worked hard. We got around 120 participants. That was one of the biggest team and one of the biggest, I can say, deal with us to be starting well. I think when I came into the third year and when we came into the second year, there were a lot of new clubs that has been raised. There was Saha club, EC department has raised its own club. In fact, the CSC department has raised its own club. So it was quite a challenging task for us to survive, although we survived. Now see, directly jumping onto the lessons that I have learned from CMR, and I hope that you guys will implement that in your life. The first thing that CMR taught me is that instead of being motivated, my dear, it's good to get inspired from someone. Now, see, basically, these two terms are different. First one is motivation, second one is inspiration. In fact, now I'm trainer, and whenever I teach the candidates, in fact, we deal with the college candidates as well. So the first thing that I tell them is that don't get motivated. Instead of getting motivated, it's good to get inspired. Now let's understand the thing what I'm basically telling you right now. You see, motivation is a garbage. You know why? Because you'll be getting motivated for a day, for 1 hour, for 2 hour, probably for a week. But after that, motivation comes down to zero. वो वहीं हो जाता है, ठंडे पड़ जाते हैं हम सबके सब. But inspiration is something that usually lasts long. I took inspiration from my parents. I took inspiration from the faculty members who were there. I think everyone need to take the inspiration. So the more inspirations you take, the more things you will get to learn with the passage of the time. This was the first thing that CMR taught me. My college, my faculty taught me that instead of getting motivated, it's good to get inspired. Right? Inspiration hona bahut zaruri hai, and I hope you guys will understand the term inspiration that I am mentioning right now. Well, there's an excellent saying in the English that a good teacher tells where to see, not what to see, right? बहुत ही अच्छी line है ये कि where to see, not what to see. Basically, that was a thing that my teacher, my staff member usually helped me out. Second thing that I have learned from CMR was that life. I have learned the definition of life. That life is survival of the fittest. Now, see, this is again a great line that I have learned. Life is survival of the it is the only best among us are gonna survive in this world. You need to be the best. And CMR also taught me one more thing that you're not supposed to prove yourself to anybody. See, we are not supposed to prove ourselves to anybody. We keep on proving ourselves to other member. We keep on proving ourselves. In fact, on each and every step, we need to prove ourselves. But scenario is not the same idea. The day you'll prove it to yourself that yes, I can do something well in my life, or I have achieved something well in my life, automatically you'll be able to prove it to the whole world. So These were the lessons. I'll continue with the lessons, and I'll also say some of the funny instance. I'll keep on sharing the experiences that I got. Second thing, when I was part of the Lexis Club taught me a lot of things. I started developing leadership qualities. Earlier, I was not able to make the decisions as well. So Lexis also helped me out to develop that kind of skills. I learned how to be more efficient in teamwork. Most importantly, I got to learn about the thing that's we don't have a space for individual gladiator in any of the club you are working, whether that's Lexis, Saya, Cultural Club, Akriti Club, or any of the club. We don't have space for the individual gladiators. See, you cannot say that yes, I'm the only one who did. It was me. It was under my command. I was the one who led my team, etc., etc., etc. No, this is not the quality of a good leader. A good leader never believes in me. He believes in we, right? I repeat the term. He never believes in me. He believes in we, that yes, I can do this particular thing, not I, my team can do this particular thing. See, a leader, I don't think he usually possesses an identity if his team is not with him. So I got to learn about the efficiency of teamwork. See, if your team is working automatically, see, you guys need to understand one thing, that here in CMR we are working for a brand, right? We are promoting a brand, we are working for the existence, or we are working for a team. So whenever you are working for a brand, you need to be more efficient in teamwork. You cannot say that yes, somehow I'll manage, or I am not good with my teamwork. No, no, it's me who is doing everything, it's me who need to do everything. I'm sorry, my dear, you may end up in trouble. Third thing that I have learned from CMR was that if you surround yourself with the positive energy means if you somehow keep a positive environment around you, or somehow you'll keep an aura of positive friends around you, somehow you'll be able to achieve well in your life. Fortunately, I got the helping hands of Yogesh. He was into CSC department. I hope he might be listening to me as well onto Facebook or some other platform. So he was there with me, who really helped me out. I can say that he was one of the most trusted hand that I had into the college. So we all need a trusted hand. Now see, I'm not diverting you to on this love topic and all. सेंटी मत हो जाना कि यहाँ पे मैंने लव टॉपिक की बात करी है, ट्रस्टेड हैंड चाहिए, स्पेशली आज की यूथ बहुत ज्यादा हो जाती है कि हाँ देखा ट्रस्ट की बात करी टीवी भाई ने, इट मींस वी नीड अ ट्रस्टेड हैंड, we need to be very serious with the relationships and all. I'm not talking about the relationship. I'm basically talking about the things that's really going into our daily life. So this was the way that we started. It was really up and down journey to prove our existence into the market, or to really do our well. See, to be very precise, let me tell you that I am from EC background, and I was into the EC branch. So being into the EC department and then working for a department which is being led by the H&S was quite a challenging task. However, somehow you need to keep a balance of both, and the day you'll start balancing in your life, I think you'll be able to achieve well in your life as well. Uh, See, the one thing that I bring into notice is that we need to keep ourselves physically fit as well. Now, you guys might be thinking that I'm diverting my topic, but somehow it is related to the balanced mindset as well. I've seen a lot of youngsters, suffering from obesity. I've seen a lot of youngsters carrying their belly out, पेट आ रखा है सबका. They don't know how to keep themselves fit. मतलब आज के time पे if you are able to see around 18-19 years लड़कियां सबका पेट आ रखा है. See, this is not the way we are going to lead this particular country or anything. If you really want to prove yourself anywhere, you need to be physically fit, because we know one thing, that a healthy mind resides in a healthy body, right? So until unless you'll not be physically fit, my dear, I don't think you'll be able to have a balanced mindset. I don't think you'll be able to really make into the things, or you'll be able to take any of the decision. Now automatically you'll be dependent, you'll be lazy, and you'll not be able to achieve whatever you want to achieve. So then yes, again, जैसा कि मैं बता रहा था, then we came into the first year. I came into the first year. Somehow I was not that much, but yeah, a little bit I was involved in the extracurricular activities. So I got one backlog. Basically, the reason was, so when I came into 2-1 second year first semester, I got two backlog. So I went to my father and I said, Papa, in first year I got one, in 2-1 I got two. So I was like, that's not a big deal. In 2-3 you'll get three, 2-2 you'll get three, in 3-1 you'll get four, 3-2 you'll get five, and you can continue a chain of events like that. So I have realized one thing, that it's not because of the Lexis, or it's not because of the extracurricular activities that I got diverted from my subject. No, it's because of me that I was not able to balance the things. So the thing that I want to tell you all is that we need to balance the thing, and it is an excellent saying in English that lame people blame people, right? Again, I'm repeating the word lame people blame people. You know, we keep on blaming the others. यार इसने ऐसा नहीं किया, इसने ऐसा नहीं किया, काश मैं ऐसा कर देता, मैं वैसा कर देता, he was the one who is responsible, Lexis was responsible because I failed, my extracurricular activities was responsible because I failed. No, my dear, it's not the Lexis or it's not the extracurricular activities, it's you who failed into the examination, or it's you who was not able to do something. So don't blame others. And one more thing that I want to bring into notice is that we never fail. See, this is the formula that I implement in my life, that we never fail in our life. Either we win or we learn, right? या तो हम जीतते हैं या हम सीखते हैं. Either we win or we learn. We never fail in our life. हम कभी भी fail नहीं होते. So basically the point of view, basically which I am sharing you right now is everything that I have learned from it. Is everything that I've learned from my juniors as well. In fact, from my seniors. Yesterday, Rishabh Bhai was delivering the lecture, so even he was having great influence onto our lives. You know, the next point that I want to share, and the point that CMR really taught me, is to have a clear cut aim in your life, is to have a clear cut aim that what you want to achieve in your life. I've seen a lot of youngsters roaming around here and then, and that moment I ask them what you want to achieve in your life, they don't have any answer, because they don't know what to do. They're like, bhai dekh lenge, jo banega banega. See, it's not, life is not a game yaar, jo banega banega. Nahi, you need to have a aim, you need to decide what you want to decide in your life, and then you have to work accordingly onto that. For example, my aim was to be into the army. I want to be in the army as an officer, although that was quite a long story, that why I was not able to join. So uske liye I know that I need to develop the leadership qualities. I know that I need to be good with my communication skills. I know that I need to be efficient with the decision making capabilities. Then only I'll be able to handle the things, or then only I'll be able to answer the things, or I'll be able to somehow prove myself over there. So somehow, my dear friends, you need to develop that qualities within yourself. Then I'll tell you one more thing, that there's a word called as success, and youngsters usually get confused with this particular word, that what do we mean by the term success. To a lot of candidates that I usually ask, they say, sir, for me success is getting a car, for me success is going abroad, for me success is earning more money, for me success is doing something, or whatever you want to do. But my dear friend, you guys need to remember one thing, that success is a never ending destination. You know, as we say that success is a journey, not a destination. It's a journey that we usually keep on covering, and success is a kind of thing that we keep on achieving throughout our life. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने एक बार सक्सेस लिया, सो डन, आई एम डन विद माय पार्ट और मैं बैठ जाऊंगा, नहीं. For example, if I'm going abroad, I'll be successful on that day. If I'm sending my kids into a good school, I'll be successful on that day. The day I'll do something, or the day I'll buy a car, I'll be successful on that day. That day I'm getting appreciation from my company, that yes, you are doing good work, I'll be successful on that day. So success is never owned, it's rented, right? It's never owned, it's rented. And my dear friend, the due is rent every day, right? Success is never owned, it's rented, and the due is rent every day. Every day you have to prove yourself, every day you have to tell it to the everybody, that yes, I can be successful only if I'll continue by doing the hard work. If you'll not do hard work, I don't think we'll be able to achieve, because we believe in smart work. See, smart work, what is smart work? Smart work is nothing but a shortcut. It's just a shortcut to achieve whatever we want to achieve, my dear. But I personally believe that if you'll keep on doing the hard work, yes, we need a sort of intelligence level. We need a sort of intelligence level into whatever the task we are putting. But hard work is the only key to success. If you'll keep on achieving the hard work, if you'll keep on doing the hard work, yes, you'll be able to do a lot of things that you really want to do. The next thing that CMR or my college really taught me was that you need to be very humble. See, you need to be very polite. You need to respect the opinions of others. You need to be very polite with the others. Especially if there's any senior sitting over here, then you need to be very respect with your juniors. I cannot say, oh, idhar aa. I cannot use the word oe. I cannot say, tu ye kaam kar. I cannot use the word tu. I cannot use the word oe. Right? Because these all things are really not good. In fact, we are not supposed to use this type of words into our daily life as well. We say na that give respect and take respect. So if you'll keep on giving respect to others, somehow they'll pay respect to you. Otherwise, you'll not be able to achieve whatever you want to achieve or whatever you want to do in your life. So the next point basically is the difference between attitude and ego. Right now, I want you guys to kindly pay attention. Difference between attitude and ego. There are basically two terms. एक होता है attitude, एक होता है ego. Now, this is something that CMR really taught me. Now, what is the difference between these two terms? See, attitude can be positive, but ego can't be. Ego कभी भी किसी की positive नहीं होती. Ego can't be positive, right? One more difference is, for example, if I am saying that yes, I can do this work, I can do this work. Somehow it's a part of I can say my ego. But if I am saying that yes, we can do this work, part of my attitude. Or if I'm saying that only I can do this work, is somehow again a part of my ego. So we need to carry a sort of attitude. There's no harm in in being carrying attitude, but it's not good to carry an ego. Being an egoistic person that nice, I can do this work. Only I am responsible. Only I can do that work. If I'll be able to achieve, I will do something well for my family. I will be able to. No, my dear, you have to change yourself. As we say, that change is a part of life. If you'll not change, you'll never change in your life. So, my dear, you have to change yourself. You have to change your personality. Now, what do we mean by the term personality? Now, personality means we can say that personality is something that defines who we are, how we are, and what we are. I repeat, personality is something that defines who we are, how we are, and what we are. Right? These three terms are something that basically describes the personality. Now, let us try to understand this particular concept. Now, first point comes is who we are. Who we are again stands for the existence that I'm having in the society. Basically, who I am. Right? What is my status into the society? What I am, well, I'm a student, I am a working professional, or I'm a parent, I'm a teacher. What is my role about the society, and how you are dressing yourself, how you are carrying yourself. Carrying doesn't mean that I'm carrying a three-piece suit and I'm going in front of the others. No, carrying means you need to be polite with the others. It is believed that wherever you go, wherever you talk, it is believed that you usually represent your family, right? So if I am being rude to someone else, so it means somehow I'm showing my family, I am showing the background that yes, my somehow the upbringing or the background is not that much good. But no, my dear, again, the point that comes is that again you need to be very polite. And the reason I was, and the same thing I was telling you in the beginning, that we are not supposed to prove ourselves to anyone. Don't prove yourself to anyone. See, let's take one more example. We can take an example of an athlete. That we can take an example of an athlete. An athlete never breaks the record of others. वो कभी भी दूसरों का रिकॉर्ड नहीं तोड़ता. He keep on breaking his own record. वो अपना रिकॉर्ड तोड़ता. Best example you can take is of Milka Singh, or you can take is of Hussein Bolt. They used to break their own record. If their best time is 9.52, they used to complete it in within a time, and they used to take it out to 8 minute or 9 minute 57 second 56. They were never focused on to the others. You can take one more example is of lion. We usually consider lion as the king of jungle. Do he need to prove himself that yes, I am the king of jungle? No, he don't need to prove himself, because it is believed that sometime proving that you are the best again is an insult. You're not supposed to prove yourself again and again. The thing that I'm saying you all is that it's good to have a leadership quality in you. It's good to somehow have a sort of existence. It's good to work on your communication skills as well. I still remember the time when I used to interact with Gladys ma'am, when I used to interact with Sunita ma'am. See, again, coming from that Punjabi background, I used to have a lot of MTI into my tone. MTI means the mother tongue influence tone, the regional touch. So I used to talk with them for almost half an hour, 1 hour in that Punjabi touch, in that Punjabi English touch. We call it as English, Hindi plus English, English. In that touch, and they never said me that why the hell you are talking here, and why the hell you are wasting our time. They used to be very polite. They used to talk to me because uh, it was their effort that somehow I'm able to communicate that much. So I still remember the time when I went to Sunita ma'am, and she said me one excellent thing which I want to share here. First thing she said, Deepender, either be good with your academic part, no one is going to ask your English. See, first thing, be good with your academic part, no one is going to ask you about your English, or Be good with your English part. No one is going to ask you about your academics, right? I repeat it again. If you're good with your academic part, if you're good with your academic part, you're scoring 70, 80 plus, no one is going to ask you about your English, how well you can communicate. However, if you are good with your English part, no one is going to ask you about your academic. And you guys can take example of mine. I'm sitting here. I was never good with my academic part. Only I know how I passed the examination. I used to, you can say, visit each and every one teacher's cabin. Suraya ma'am is also here. Aminuddin sir is here. Venkatesh sir used to be. So I used to visit and I used to beg sir, kindly, pass me into this particular section or kindly give me grace marks so that I'll be able to achieve. So I know that yes, I'm not good with my academic part, but I need good with my comms. So I started working on that. Presently, I'm associated with Western Overseas Study Abroad Private Limited. I'm only 25 and I'm heading as the master trainer. It means my job is to train the trainers. After that, I'm also taking care of the 9 branches that we got into our college. In our office. So being into this young age, taking care of 9 branches, it usually needs nerves of steel. And this was the thing that my college really taught me. Even I got a vehicle, my company gave me a vehicle. We are getting all sort of luxury that we want. Whatever we want to do, we are free to do whatever we want to do. That's because of, again, my dear, it's because of the college, it's because of the events that I have participated. So you guys need to be very active. You guys need to have a balanced mindset. You guys need to balance the things. Balance karna bahut zaruri hai in different things. Then most importantly, प्लान होना बहुत जरूरी है. वी यूजुअली से फर्स्ट थिंग, देन प्लान एंड देन इम्प्रोवाइज. सोचो, उसके बाद प्लान करो एंड देन इम्प्रोवाइज. थिंक, प्लान एंड इम्प्रोवाइज. एंड व्हाट वी यूजुअली डू, वी फर्स्ट इम्प्रोवाइज, देन वी प्लान एंड देन वी थिंक. फिर हम बोलते हैं भाई यार ये क्या हो गया, ये कैसे हो गया. नहीं, क्योंकि हमने कभी प्लानिंग किया नहीं उस चीज के ऊपर. टू बी वेरी प्रिसाइज, for example, if we are going for an event, if I thought of planning an event, do we plan for the things? Sometimes maybe not. Now if we are planning, now what do we plan? We usually plan, theek hai, you take care of that department, you take care of that department, I'll take care of that department. What if that things won't work? For example, if I'm not feeling well and I'm taking care of the stage, what if I'm not able to come? Do we have any plan B? Do we have any plan C? No, we don't have, because we are reluctant to change ourselves. We were sticking to plan A, then somehow we bring that into our lives. But again, that is again, my dear, I can say that again, this is a kind of a wrong mentality that we usually carry in any of the event, or you can say in any of the things that we usually do into our life. That's why I always say to my candidate that thinking without a plan, right? Thinking without a plan is just an imagination, right? I want you guys to only focus on this line, that thinking without a plan is just an imagination, and plan without any execution is just a dream, right? Thinking without a plan is just an execution, it's just an imagination, and plan without an execution is just a dream. If you are having a plan but you don't know how to execute that particular plan, it's a kind of dream. It will be a dream project, and you'll put you and you'll put that into the again into the same basket, where you have put a lot of dreams that you really want to achieve in your life. So planning, execution, and then implementing anything is something that you guys need to have into your life. Whenever we manage any of the tasks, or whenever we conducted any of the event, we used to plan for the things. We used to have plan A, plan B, plan C. We used to have plan Z as well. See, if plan A fails, there's plan B. If plan B fails, there's plan C. We are not supposed to worry, because there are 26 alphabet in the English. So plan C, D, E, F. We used to have a lot of plans. We used to plan each and everything. One more point that's coming into my head is that, my dear, you need to be a multitasker. You need to be a multitasker if you want to survive in this world. No one is going to ask you if you are only a single tasker, or you are only taking care of one thing. Presently in my company, I take care of a lot of departments. We are taking care of marketing, we are taking care of seminars, I am taking care of the branch visits, I am taking care of the operations. Then I'm taking care of the academics, I'm also taking the classes. You need to be a multitasker. If you will be a multitasker, my dear, you will be able to achieve a lot of things. We need to be like water. We need to be flexible. किसी भी आप बर्तन में डाल दो, उसी की शेप वो ले लेता है. So you need to be that water. In fact, whenever we used to plan for the event, we used to think the same. Yeah, if this person is, I think this person is dicey with the roles that we have given to this person. So what if he'll not be able to come? Do we have any second plan? So every time I used to plan, for example, if I'm having 20 members in my team, and in fact this particular team will really help you out to be more efficient and to be more good whenever you want to do something in your life. If I'm having 20 members in my team, I used to put 15s onto the duty, and I used to keep 5 as the reserve team. I used to keep them 5 onto the standby option, or I used to keep those 5 into the reserve team. Now, what do I mean by the reserve? That I used to tell them, yaar, agar koi nahi aaya, so you have to switch on to that particular responsibility. You have to take care of that department, right? So this is what we can say a proper execution is. But if I talk about today's scenario, what we usually do, if I'm having 20 members, we usually put 20 into the task. 20 ke 20 tasks pe hote, we don't have any reserve team. No, my dear, you need to have a reserve team. If you're having plan B, again, you will be able to achieve, you can say whatever you want to achieve in your life. In fact, I'm great follower of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and once he said that dreams are not those that we see in sleep. It is something that won't let us sleep. सपने वो नहीं जो नींद में है, सपने वो होते हैं जो सोने ना दें, right? So you need to consider your dreams as an ambition, that yes, I want to achieve. You need to come up with the same josh, you need to come up with the same energy, you need to come up with the same power of expectancy, that yes, I want to do something. I have to prove myself to me, or you can say that I need to break my own record. If in previous event I got 120, then in this event I need to get 150. Moreover, the target that you guys really want to set up must be high than the target that you want to achieve. For example, if I want to get 100 candidates, your target need to be double of that. You need to set up your target at 200. Then only you'll be able to get 100. Now, for example, I get 100 candidates and my target is at 100. No, my dear, will not be able to achieve, because our target and expectancy level is at the same level. You know, your target need to be beyond your expectancy, that yes, and that gap need to be maintained. Then only you'll be able to achieve something in your life. Otherwise, भीड़ में दोस्त हर कोई चलता है, and if you are walking in a भीड़, if you are walking in a crowd, no one is going to ask you that whether what's your identity, क्या है क्या नहीं है. So walk away from the crowd. The thing that I want to tell you is that walk away from the crowd. Then our actions define our personality. Now, this is again one of the most important thing that I have learned from CMR, that our actions define our personality, especially the way we save our friend's name or our relatives' names into our phone describes our mentality and our personality as well. Let me give you one more example. For example, I got one senior into my college. For example, there is a senior in my college and I respect him a lot. और उनका नाम मैंने रखा है ऋषभ. खाली फोन में I saved his name Rishabh. So automatically whenever I'll be talking to someone, I'll say, yeah, I know Rishabh. So somehow you are not paying that respect, right? And इसमें उनका कोई loss नहीं है. You are somehow losing yourself. You are losing your credibility. लेकिन अगर मैं उनको save करता हूँ ऋषभ भाई, for example, I've saved the name ऋषभ भाई. So automatically whenever I'll be talking to someone, I'll be using the word ऋषभ भाई. I know ऋषभ भाई and all. Because यहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया, यहाँ पे the way I saved that particular person's name usually shows the personality, or usually shows the way we usually think or we usually do in our life. This is again one of the main point that I have learned from the CMR. More importantly, my dear, don't feel hesitate to express your ideas. Don't feel hesitate to express your ideas. If you got an idea, you just ping it to your teachers, you just ping it to your friends, or you guys can just go and meet them. You know, when I was heading the Lexis Club, I think it was into the second year when I became the president of the Lexis Club, if I'm not wrong. Then in third year again president, and in fourth year we were the HR manager of the Lexis Club. So somehow we got promotions year by year. So I still remember that time that I used to visit the cabin of we can say Sunita ma'am and Gladys ma'am, and I used to share that, ma'am, this is what I want to do, and they never said no for anything. They used to take agar if you feel that this thing will work, go ahead, baki will see. That what I was saying you, my dear, that never hesitate to fail. Don't hesitate to fail in your life. Try, try, and keep on doing something innovative. Keep on doing something well in your life. In fact, Nagaraju sir was really supportive. He supported me a lot. He used to he used to tell us that whatever you are planning to do, plan whatever you want to do. More importantly, my dear, it's good to have good friends by your side. This is one of the most challenging thing that nowadays youngsters are facing, that we don't know how to choose our friends. Once a great author said that, show me your friends, I'll show your future. Now again, one of the most important line: show me your friends, I'll show your future. If you'll show me your friends, I'll show your future. So if you're having good friends by your side, my dear, you'll be able to achieve something well. Otherwise, you'll end up in trouble. To be very precise, I was the president of Lexis Club. Presently, I'm having 2.3K friends on my Facebook friend, or on any of the social platform. However, I'm only connected with 5 to 6. If I give you detail about 5 to 6, I used to have one friend named as Nitesh Pal. He is into Air Force. My friend was Ganesh. He is into Railway Police. One of my friends, Surender, he is into Merchant Navy. Then 3 to 4 more friends. Some are in police, some are in army. Rishabh, I used to be friend. He's into Amazon and he's performing exceptionally well. So all of the friends that I had in my college days, everyone is performing well in today's time. So if you are having good friends by your side, my dear, if you know that yes, this is what I want to achieve, or if you know that yes, this is how this is what we want to do in our life, you will be able to achieve. In fact, it's good to have a roadmap. Every time people are not going to come to you and say that yes, we are with you. You need to tell them, you need to convince them. And how to convince them? If you'll put that action into the execution, and then you'll let them know that, see, this is what I have planned. If we fail, that's not a big deal. We'll get up again, we'll try. See, if you fail, uh, get up, try. If you fail, get up, try. Don't ever try to quit the things. Let me give you one more example in your own way. For example, if you like a girl, we never quit flirting with that girl. We keep on executing our plan. We usually keep on coming up with the new ideas. We keep on coming up with the new shairis, WhatsApp status, or whatever, whatever the kind of blood and sweat that we want to put. So we usually keep on doing that, but somehow we end up impressing that girl, or vice versa, that boy. So the reason and the point that I want to tell you, my dear friend, here is that you need to put your 110% on each and every task, and don't ever give up. Never ever give up in your life. If you'll give up, no one is going to ask you, my dear, that who are you, or what have you done into your life. So we are not supposed to give up. And leaders, and I personally believe one thing, that leaders are born, they are not made. I believe in this thing, that leaders are born, they are not made. Leaders are always born. You cannot inculcate a leadership quality into anyone else. No, we cannot. You can take an example of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He was a born leader. That's why we were able to win a lot of World Cups. Now, talking about the Virat Kohli, he may be a good player. In fact, he is a good player, but we are not able to win any of the World Cup. And the reason is because somehow he is a made leader. Everyone forced him to get the leadership. You can take example of Sachin Tendulkar. He was one of the best batsmen in Indian history, but he was never a good captain. Right? He was never a good captain, because leaders are always born, and you need to fix yourself to one particular area, that yes, this is what I want to do. This is what this is where I am very good at. I was always good at organizing the things. I was always good at planning the things. I was always good at executing the things. So I used to stick with that. I never jumped into any of the things. For example, Lexis Club was the club which gave me identity into the college. So starting from the first year to the fourth year, I stick with this particular club. I never changed my mindset. However, जब से मैंने pass किया है Lexis, and there were a lot of president whom I interact. First year में Lexis में थे, second में दूसरे club, third में दूसरे club, fourth में दूसरे club. They keep on switching their club. Now see what will happen if you keep on switching your club. First one, you'll never be able to gain the confidence of any of your club member. You'll never gain the confidence, because the reason is that they'll say, यार ये अभी तो इस क्लब में था, अब ये इस क्लब में आ गया. इन हिंदी भी से इट है थाली का बैंगन, ये यहाँ था, अब यहाँ चला गया, कल ये यहाँ चला जाएगा. नहीं. In fact, to be very honest, I started working in this company in 2017. I'm still working with this company. It's almost 3 years. I got a lot of good opportunities. I've got a lot of good package. But I know one thing, that if I'll be with one company, I'll be able to prove myself. I'll be able to prove my loyalty. However, see, अब होता ही है कि जब भी हमें कोई दिक्कत होती है, so my company is always there with us. we just need to make a phone call, see we need this particular problem, or I landed up in this particular problem. They are always there to help us out. So my dear, trust is something that you need to gain. Moreover, you need to have a balanced mindset, and you need to have a balanced desires as well. You know, we keep on desiring the things. For example, if I'm not able to be into the management team of Lexus Club, for example, if I'm not you can say a accountant or manager or president or vice president or event coordinator of Lexus Club, what I'll do is I'll switch that club and I'll move into the another club. So वहाँ पे भी अगर कुछ नहीं बना, I'll quit that club, I'll move into another club. So what you're doing, you're just wasting your talent and you're just wasting yourself. So you need to have patience. You know, the first time when I joined this particular club, I was not the president, I was only a treasurer. We used to take care of all the things. I on the treasurer, we we really worked hard. In fact, when I came into the second year, then president. Slowly we got the promotion, and in fact, I have realized one thing with the passage of time, that I am learning a lot of things. See, life is all about learning from the experiences. Life is all about learning it from the others. And my dear, never try to give up, or we need to lift up down the trotters or bullies, because somehow अगर एक ने बोल दिया यार तू ये नहीं कर सकता, तो हम उसको ले लेते हैं कि हम वहाँ नहीं, हाँ यार मैं ये नहीं कर पाऊंगा, नहीं कर सकता. नहीं my dear, you have to come up with the new ideas, you have to come up with the challenges, do something out of box जो किसी ने नहीं सोचा. I'll give you one example. I think I was in the third year or final year of my college, and we planned one this one fest. Like there was a fest going, and HOD sir, Nagaraju sir called me up and he said, Deepender, how many candidates are we planning for this particular fest? I said, sir, my target is 400. So he immediately jumped up onto his seat and said, 400? Really? That's really true. Can we manage 400 candidates? I was like, yes, sir, my plan is to get 400. So the next question he asked me, that how you're planning to get 400, because there are a lot of activities. You know, somehow we are organizing the non-technical events, GD, debate. No one is going to take interest. So how you are going to fetch them up into our fest, and how you are going to manage with the things. So what we did was, I planned it with HOD sir, I planned it with Gladys ma'am, Sunita ma'am, Yogesh. And what we did was that, that this kind of a rubbish thing that we did. But I hope that it really worked at that time. So I was like, sir, we'll do one thing, that whosoever will participate, will give them a discount coupon over pizza. So for example, if I'm participating, so what I'll do is I'll give you a discount coupon, and you can have pizza. So today sir asked me one question, that's good that you want to deliver the pizza and you'll be giving a discount coupon, but how will give that discount coupon? Like, we cannot give discount coupon of McD, Domino's, because they're not going to sponsor us. So what we did was, we hired one cook who can make pizza. We added a stall, and I told him कि यार we'll do one thing, कि जो भी यहाँ पे pizza खाने आएगा, and if he is participating into our club, so what you need to do is you need to provide him extra discount. It was quite a long politics that we did with that cook as well, and the things we did. Unfortunately, we got a lot of good candidates. They were participating, and then they were having pizza again. They were participating, they were having pizza. So you need to think something out of box. You need to come up with the new ideas. That yes, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to achieve in your life. And the more you'll keep on doing about the things, again, I think you'll be able to achieve. So I think this is what I really wanted to share. This is what I really wanted to put in front of you all. So the lessons that we got today, that I gave you today, or we can say the things that we learned from each other, was that instead of getting motivated, it's good to get inspired. Take inspirations from other. Second one, don't give up. Third one, first think, then plan, then execute. Right? Because any plan without execution is just a dream. You'll not be able to achieve something well in your life. Then don't ever hesitate to fail, because we never fail. Either we win or we learn. इंसान कभी फेल नहीं होता, या तो हम जीतते हैं या हम सीखते हैं. सो इफ यू कीप ऑन डूइंग समथिंग वेल इन योर लाइफ, आप कहने के उन चीज को बहुत अच्छे लेवल पे कर सकते हो. So these were the lessons that I gave, and I'm really thankful. I'm really blessed to have good friends by my side. I'm really blessed to have good teachers by my side. Gladys ma'am, Sunita ma'am, in fact, HOD sir, Nagaraju sir, who really helped me out. In fact, my ECE teacher, Suraya ma'am, Suraya Mubain ma'am, she used to help us a lot. Aminuddin sir, Sai sir, I think still they are into the college. Then Venkatesh sir, they really helped us a lot. Shavanti ma'am, she really helped us a lot. So these teachers, they have always helped us a lot. In fact, I worked with DRDO as well. I did my internship. DRDO stands for Defense Research and Development Organization, the one which made these missiles and armory for the defense forces. I worked with them as well. See, I was into the non-technical club. Then I worked with the technical firm as well, because we need to get experience from wherever we are getting. We need to be efficient with and everything, my dear. So this is how we need to be. We need to be like water. Don't be a rigid. Be flexible. Be a multitasker. Whatever the task that is being thrown at you, just grab the opportunity. Just grab the task that you're getting, so that you can prove yourself, so that you can do something well for the college. I think you guys might have heard about the John F. Kennedy as well. So once he said, the first time he came up onto the stage, he said that don't ask what country has did for you, ask what you can do for the country. So this is the same thing that I keep on saying in my company as well, that don't ask what company has did for you, ask what you can do for the company. And same thing is with college, my dear, that don't ask what college gave to you, ask what you can give to the college. Are you able to give the name and fame to the college? I'm not talking about the monetary fund, somehow we are not in that position. Now if we talk about that particular thing, so are you giving the name? Moreover, we never broke the discipline. See, we were very disciplined. We never jumped into the eve teasing, ragging, and all. No, we were very disciplined. We used to attend our lecture. Whenever our teacher used to scold us, we used to hear that patiently. We used to pay them full respect. आज के टाइम पे मैंने देखा that if you say something to the youngster, they usually end up resigning in and everything, so they usually stop talking to you. मैं नहीं बात कर रहा है, kind of carrying that occurred. मेरे को ऐसे कैसे बोल दिया, ऐसे सिनेरियो इज नॉट द सेम, माय डियर. अगर आपको कुछ नहीं आता है, आपको किसी ने कुछ डांट दिया है, you need to be very polite. Bhagat Singh, I hope you guys might have heard his name. Bhagat Singh, who was a renowned freedom fighter, उन्होंने एक बहुत अच्छी लाइन बोली थी कि झुकना तो इंसान की फितरत होती है, करते तो मुर्दे हैं. Right, so we usually get stiff when we are dead. When we are living, somehow we are very flexible. So you need to be flexible. You need to be very humble with the others. If someone has scolded you, that's not a big deal. You need to pay respect. Then only you'll be able to achieve something well in your life. So this was something that I really want to share. In fact, I wanted to share a lot of things. However, due to time constraint, I'll not be able to share. I think I'm only left with 10 odd minutes. So I think let's open up with the question answer round. So if you guys want to ask any question, I think a lot of candidates I can see over here. So if you want to ask anything, my dear, related to your life, related to college life, feel free to ask me if you want to ask. Anyone can ask if you want to ask. Anyone?
Yeah, any questions from anybody? You can just put it in the chat box.
I think everyone is in that satsang mode. ठीक है, अगर एक बंदा बोल रहा है, if one is speaking, let us only hear the particular thing. Anything, my dear, if you want to ask related to your life, related to your college, related to our journey, that we did. I usually brief each and everything, because I thought it's good to share the things that I've learned from CMR rather than telling the journey कि मैंने ये किया, हमने ये किया, हमने वो किया. Anything that you guys want to ask, feel free to ask, my dear. Okay, there are a lot of chats. I think okay, Malesh Sudha Mala.
He's faculty.
ठीक, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. I got you, ma'am. I got you. Thank you very much, ma'am. In fact, you was really supportive. I got you, ma'am. I got you. Actually, I'm very glad
Deepender.
that, sir.
Hi, Deepender.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I'm able to hear you, sir.
I think the way you're delivering your lecture, it's awesome.
Thank you, sir. But I think your voice is cracking, sir. So I request you to kindly put it into the chat box, so that
yeah, it's okay.
yes, sir. And thank you very much, Malesh, sir. I got you. In fact, you used to be there when we used to study. Your support was really good with us. It was really nice being with you. Yes. Any candidate want to ask anything? Any candidate about anything about club or about life, about college thing?
Uh, Good afternoon, sir. This is Roshan from CSE second year.
Roshan, you can call me bhai. Yeah.
Bhai, okay. My question is that how do you recognize if a leader is a born leader or not? Like, how can you just recognize a person being a natural leader or he's not a natural leader?
Great, Roshan. This is one of the fantastic question, right? Now, see, basically, our actions prove our qualities. You know, our actions speaks a lot. We know that our actions speak louder than words. So, if my actions, for example, I got a task, and I'm able to achieve something, and you know how we will able to differentiate between a born leader or a leader who is made. First one is with his actions. Second one is when your team members are showing faith in you. You know, when the moment they start believing in you, the moment your teachers start believing in you, nahi yaar, we are going, if we want to conduct this event, I want you to lead this particular event. Now see, you was not prepared to take any task, however you got the responsibility because the other person who's there with you, he is showing confidence in you. It means, my dear, you're a born leader, right? You're a born leader, that I'm putting a lot of faith in you, I'm putting a lot of belief in you, that nahi yaar, you have to do that task. I don't know by hook or crook, but you have to manage this particular event. So what will eventually happen is कि यहाँ पे somehow you was not ready to take the task. However, we put responsibilities on you, so you got to know that yes, मेरे अंदर शायद qualities हैं, मेरे को नहीं पता था कि मेरे अंदर qualities हैं. However, on that day you got to know that yes, I possess qualities, and the moment you execute your event and somehow you ended up in a very good manner, you have proved yourself that yes, you are a born leader. However, talking about the made leader क्या होता है? For example, I was allotted a task to do any function. Unfortunately, I was not well, or I'm busy somewhere, so I'm not able to take that one. So what we did was we allotted someone else. यार आप कर दो इसको. And somehow वो नहीं कर पाए इस चीज को. Somehow we tried to made him a leader. Unfortunately, he failed. So first one is our action. Second one is the belief of team. Third one is the belief of team members. That's really on to us. That usually help you out to really differentiate between a born leader and you can say a made leader. I hope, Rohan, I'm able to answer your question, my dear.
Or a question tha, sir.
Bill.
If in case, there is a situation where nobody's taking the initiative to do something, and you feel like taking the initiative. So is it a trait of a natural leader or is it?
Yes.
Because sometimes people don't give you the responsibility and you take it. So that becomes again subjective, right?
हाँ ठीक है रोशन, देखो ये बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन था. इसके ऊपर मैंने एक बहुत अच्छी लाइन भी बोली थी दैट फर्स्ट थिंग देन प्लान एंड देन एग्जीक्यूट. For example, if you are having a plan and if you really possess an idea, if you are carrying an innovative sort of mindset and you feel that somehow your team members are really not helping you out, or really they are not helping you out, यार आप कुछ करो. My dear, do one thing, come up with a plan and directly share it with your teacher. See, maybe your friend is not that much mature enough to understand that you really possess qualities or not. However, your teachers will definitely got to know that yes, you possess qualities or not. So my dear, if you are having a plan, come up with a plan, show them the execution. You know what we do is, for example, if I'm having a plan, we usually go a bare hand, or we usually don't carry a plan. Ma'am, I want to lead this event. Next question is how? No idea. That I'll see. My dear, first have a plan. Have a plan, execute it on a paper, go with a plan, share it with your teacher. Ma'am, this is my plan. We are having 20 members. What I'll be doing is, for example, so let me give you an example of organizing one event. For example, you want to organize an event of Lexis Club. For example, when we used to organize, we used to come up with a paper. Ma'am, these five person will be into the floor coordination. I want these five onto the stage. I want these five onto the registration desk. I want these three into each room for any help. These two will be at the gate just to helping the candidates. These two will be revolving, or these two will be wandering into the ground so that we can get more candidates. Five will be onto the reserve mode. I request you, ma'am, onto the reception area so that we can grab more candidates. I want these judges onto the test. Moreover, I'll be there into the floor so that I can help all the team members and I'll be assessing the task. What I did, I came up with a plan. And when you will come up with a plan that this is what I want to do, automatically you will get recognition, my dear. and somehow your team member or teacher will definitely appreciate you कि यार ठीक है, he came up with a plan. Now see, this is something that really differing from the others, because वहां पे जो दूसरा खड़ा होगा कोई प्लान नहीं है, you are carrying a plan कि मैम देखो this is what we want to plan. Are we carrying a plan? Sometimes we don't carry a plan. Do we carry a fallback plan? Do we carry plan B? Sometimes we don't. Do we have plan C? Sometimes we don't. Sometimes being a leader, am I putting myself into any of the tasks? Am I putting myself? Now being a leader doesn't mean कि मैं कमरे में जाके इसी में बैठ जाऊंगा सर, बाहर गर्मी बहुत है and there are a lot of things that's really going. Nahi, being a leader you have to be onto the ground, my dear. Being a leader you need to stand there, because if your team members will see that our leader is there onto the ground and he's putting a lot of tasks, they'll get encouraged and somehow they'll be able to do something. Otherwise you'll not be you'll not be able to achieve, or you'll not be able to prove yourself, right Roshan? I hope you got to know that if you really want to do something, we need to come up with a plan, because thinking without plan is just an imagination, and plan without an execution is just a dream. So we need to plan each and everything, right Roshan?
Yes, Bhaiya. I got your point. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Roshan. And Malesh, ma'am also wrote one thing about the leadership skills that I spoke. Thank you very much, ma'am. And yes, ma'am ने बहुत सी line बोली that leaders are readers. Yes, that's really one of the most important things. So talking about the books, ma'am is suggesting me to sir is suggesting me to suggest you some books. Sir, basically I come from the army background, so I'm having the army taste, and I don't think they'll be able to read the army books. However, if you want to read, I read the books of Chanakya. You can read one more book, that's Art of War. Art of War by Sun Tzu, a Chinese warrior. You can read his books as well, and you'll get to know a lot about the you can see about the life. And if you really want to set up your own organization, or if you want to be an entrepreneur, so you can read his book, because उसमें काफी अच्छी चीजें हैं. In fact, I'll share one line, that's attack what is weak, not what is strong. बहुत अच्छी line है. Attack what is weak, not what is strong. For example, if I am competing with someone, so my dear, I need to find his weakness, that where I can hit. I cannot compete with him on his strongest part. Definitely I'll be getting defeat on that. जैसे अभी मैंने बोला that there were a lot of new clubs, that there were a lot of new things that really got raised into the college. But if you really want to be into the existence, so we always used to identify the weak part of each club. कि ये इस club में ये कमजोर है, will hit on this area. इस club में ये कमजोर है, will hit on this area. So yes, if you'll read book, you'll get to know about different things. You can read Wings of Fire. Bhagavad Gita is again one of the most important book that I usually read. Lord Krishna is one of the finest teacher, that I have recognized. In Chanakya Niti, Chanakya, if you read about Chanakya, the guru of Chandragupta, united India, Akhand Bharat. So you will get to know about you will get to know more about all this stuff. Then there's a movie, Pursuit of Happiness. I recommend you to watch that movie. I think book bhi hai uske upar. I'm not able to. The Secret of Happiness, I think that's the name of that book. So my dear, it's very important to read book. If you'll read book, first thing you'll be having patience. Patience आता है, because patience उसके लिए you need hours. Patience आता है. If you are having patience, you'll be polite.
Deepender, we are running short of time. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you.
Okay, ma'am. So I'll just wind it up. Thank you very much for the honor, ma'am, and I'm very thankful to the whole CMR team that they really gave me this platform so that I can interact with a lot of my brothers and sisters who are there. So my dear, if you really, if you still have an inquiry, you guys can ping me on Facebook or Instagram. If you'll just type Deepender Singh, I think I'll be on the #1, and you can just message me over there. So thank you very much. I hope you guys will do a lot of good things into life. I hope you'll do endeavors in your life. Stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks a lot to all the trainers. Thanks a lot to all the teachers. I need your blessings, so kindly keep your blessings with me. Thank you very much, ma'am.
It was really an excellent session with you, Deepender. We are really very happy and it was my pleasure to bring you here. And you had a very motivational speech or a session that could influence a lot of young minds. And I just repeat the words that you said, that you please maintain your health also, that is healthy mind resides in a healthy body. So that is more important, where now the young people are not maintaining. And again, I remember one more thing is success is a journey. That was really amazing that you told that, that we'll not reach a goal, but we always need to be in a journey to be success, and every day you need to make successful. So that is really nice. And
Thank you, ma'am. My honor, ma'am. Thank you.
we always you always have our blessings, but it was really great motivational speech. Thank you, Deepender, for accepting our request to address the session and address your juniors and all. And meanwhile, you can just drop down your email so that if anybody is interested, they can contact you.
Sure, ma'am.
In the chat box, you please drop down your email.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
And also, you just tell what is your Facebook and Instagram IDs also, so that people can reach you.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Deepender, for your pain that you took to come over here and address the session. Thanks from everybody of our department.
Thank you, ma'am. My honor, ma'am. Thank you. Please stay safe and take care, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, Deepender.
Bye, ma'am.